Yo, some of these servers I've never seen before. That's one. Interesting. Excuse me.
Live streamers take to the Las Vegas Strip to document their faultless behaviors.
You want problems too? You want problems? You want problems? Let go of my. I promise you I'll blow you away. I promise you I'll blow you away. What's up? Y'all blaster. I'll blow you
Stupid.
away.
But that quickly stopped once they saw the cops.
No, I don't want problems. Sir.
Hey, look at that. Throw that motherfucker on the ground. Yes, sir. Nah. Yeah.
And under
You know what? Hold on. Nah, it ain't. Never mind. It ain't worth it.
to. And even though it's no longer June, it's still a good time to highlight the. But that quickly stopped once they saw the cops.
No, I don't want problems.
So 16 by give us a red Cromwell. Oh, sir,
In under a minute, he went from
I'll blow you away.
to. And even though it's no longer June, it's still a good time to highlight the people that I call gangster fluid, where sometimes they're waving around a weapon saying, "Do you want a problem?" And other times they're wailing on the ground, "Please don't make this a problem." As apparently they only feel like a gangster when they're bringing out what I believe is a uncocked Glock 49 to a live stream on the Strip to pepper spray the people as they plead, "Respect my gangster." But all that went away once they realized they aren't role-playing GTA on the internet. They're now facing 6 years in prison. As the full
Ooh,
context is
yes.
they were randomly approaching strangers late night on the Las Vegas Strip.
Who we gonna sock? Who we gonna sock? Came in the face. What are you doing? You better let go of his.
And as this girl could detect within seconds, they got their G status from Spirit Halloween, she immediately began pressing them.
You just grabbed my phone. You just grabbed my phone. Don't touch my. Don't touch my. Don't touch my. Don't grab my. I'll promise you. I'll shoot the. Let it go. Don't touch my. I promise you.
That's so cringe, dude. Ugh.
their weapon and apparently pepper sprayed them, she still wasn't scared.
Why don't you want to fight me? I'm not. Bro, I will literally just. Look.
I literally got the cayenne pepper. You guys scared. You guys use pepper spray.
So this guy tried to settle the situation, but then got threatened too.
Don't talk to me. You got problems too. You want problems? What's up? Don't blast her. I'll blow you away. Really? Get crazy? I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Alright, I will. Act like nothing's wrong. Huh?
We all did initiate the confrontation.
Why? Where we put it in her then?
Yep. Yep. Yeah. You want all the problems, stupid bitch. Yep. Chuck him on the ground too. Yep. Nah, hurt him. Imagine walking up on somebody.
Now live streamers seem to be getting
That's
increasingly
stupid.
worse, especially on sites that are propped up by online gambling. But even these sketchiest of websites have their limits, as Kick quickly banned those idiots and their show of unemployed behaviors, which is the least of their worries, when a Kick employee went to Twitter to state they will completely cooperate with local authorities. And in Las Vegas, assault with a deadly weapon includes even putting someone in fear of immediate harm, which has him looking at 1 to 6 years in the scorching hot Nevada State Prison, as the only defenses are if they didn't have criminal intent, acted in self-defense, or no weapon was involved, to which their live stream is going to be their own star witness,
Good.
reopening the internet's prank-to-prison pipeline. And it never ceases to amaze me how live streaming dooms the dudes with shoe-sized IQs to actual prison sentences, all for the chance to get 10, maybe 50 live stream views, because it's not like pepper spraying people in the street is a pathway to sudden internet fame, getting your streams sponsored by Pepsi, but understanding that fact would suggest that they can actually think. Or if they can't comprehend this for themselves, possibly have an older male role model in their life to teach them how to properly act in public, not bring shame to their family, and hopefully become a positive member of society. And
Nah,
that's why I
fuck that.
call
Lock 'em
these
up until they
stupid
figure it
live
out.
Streams the male version of daddy issues, as nobody that grew up with a strong father figure records themselves doing this. So if you appreciate my concise, light-order commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, hopefully I've earned your subscription, then go check out the video on the exact moment oil activists realized they accidentally committed a serious crime. The Stop Oil idiots are now attacking what they thought was Taylor Swift's jet, which was quickly met with arrests.
I've not done anything wrong, apart from be a supporter of Just Stop Oil. You cannot come to my home and arrest me.
As they cried online over the police raid snatching up 14 of them in their homes. It's actually comical how they couldn't grasp the difference between throwing paint on a painting and breaking into an airport and damaging the aircraft. But honestly, we can't be too surprised, as this is the same group that somehow tricked their useful idiots into believing orange paint could cool the earth. Because sadly, I don't think harnessing the powers of unemployed behavior was to change the weather, it was to make their leaders rich, which is surprising. Not that an activist leader would be a fraud, but that it's apparently earning them hundreds of thousands of dollars. As recently they fought climate change by vandalizing a prehistoric monument.
What? So these idiots ran over to Stonehenge and just started throwing. What the fuck?
Now they were arrested for their orange-flavored efforts, claiming that it was just corn flour that will wash away when it rains, but will somehow force the government to thwart the ecological crisis. But the ex-community notes explained it won't, and will cost the taxpayers cash to clean up. And Stonehenge's account even stated it will harm the protected lichens on the stones, but not the vampire werewolves lichens, apparently the fungus algae lichens. And honestly, I care little about lichens and even less about activists, but apparently there are people that actually do. As ironically, the oil activists are selling a mass-produced print of the incident using ink, paper, and of course oil to get these useless pieces to their supporters. And they even posted comics saying you're stupid if you don't think their paintings can save the Earth from catastrophic rising of the oceans. Never mind the fact that the national parks just removed the sign saying the glaciers would be gone by 2020. So when painting these stones didn't stop the seas from rising, that didn't discourage them from getting stupider. As after they saw Taylor Swift's private jet land in London, they had the bird-brained idea to break into the airport, start painting random airplanes to affect climate change. Then, like any Swiftie stalker, immediately began taking selfies, which made it easier to arrest them later on.
The grounds that information has been received by the police, which indicates that you were part of a plot to cause serious disruption to UK airports.
I'm being arrested for a conspiracy to cause public nuisance at airports this morning. We have no idea what's led them to this point, but...
Although they bragged about going after Taylor's jets, the Daily Mail clarified none of the planes they painted had anything to do with Taylor Swift. And
Stupid
now
asses.
the local law enforcement released a statement saying they're now making arrests as the activists are now conspiring to disrupt national infrastructure. So you would think they would learn their lesson on how none of their actions have ever resulted in anything remotely close to cooling the Earth and say, okay, maybe we should stop wasting everybody's time, effort, and most importantly, oil to babysit our idiots. No, they use the arrests to spread awareness of their efforts and then beg for money.
You can help the resistance and be a part of this international uprising by donating to just...
As shockingly, this failed stunt at the airstrip gave them over 150,000 pounds, which is nearly 200,000 US dollars. And now it all makes sense now. As if I found a grift as easy as convincing unemployed idiots to perform useless social media stunts while I sit back and collect 6 figures of donations, I'd be the same as the guys running Kick. Because they don't care if some of their serfs end up doing 10 months in prison. Keep sending them out to destroy paintings in the name of hot summers. Drive them out to golf matches to save the ice caps. And fly out to congressional baseball games to immediately get arrested. But curiously, never to China to protest their massive carbon emissions. Which is how you know they're not serious about anything other than fundraising. They burn fuel traveling to these events, we burn fuel transporting them to jail, and not a single line of legislation is written in response for their efforts. Except now I'm convinced the organization's objective isn't to save the world, it's to trade the freedom of one useful idiot to create a social media clip that will give them cash donations from thousands of usefuler idiots. So this video here isn't so much for anybody that already knows how stupid their activism is, it's to enlighten those who would actually donate to this idiocy. As they're not trying to reduce emissions, they're
That's
just helping
crazy.
grifters.
Yo, it's calling out Multi the Head, Leon Wills. Multi the Head, we've got a problem. I don't know where this problem has brewed from. I don't understand why he said he shots at me. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. This is an official call out shout out video, and let's get this fight on.
So this guy is supposed to be a boxer who also trains and licks the arse of the YouTuber KSI, but he's gone from a boxer to an influencer because now he only calls out other influencers that he knows he can beat.
Still fight Slim.
You still fight him, yeah?
I'll knock him out.
And you'll knock him out?
Yeah, then he can't be calling out KSI or JJ.
For real?
Yeah.
Slim! So Slim, if you're watching this, you get through Tom Saleh, but you might not, but I'm coming for you next. I want that belt, Slim, baby. Let's go!
I am calling out so happy.
I want a bout. 2023, strap season. I want Slim's bout.
And it's not like the guy's a terrible boxer either. It says that he's 12-0, so for him to be talking about getting influencer belts, it's pathetic. And a lot of other fighters think the same thing.
Idris Virgo, he's been annoying me recently just because he's doing a lot of bullying. We're not a fan of bullying over here. And for him to be a 12-0 professional...
Yeah, why are you boxing influencers and not other boxers?
Guy got more wins than me. His professional record is better than mine. And he feels the need to come over to Misfits. He's been winding up quite a lot of people because he's just not picking within the realm that he should be picking in.
Yeah, I agree. You've been boxing all your life and now you're boxing influencers that have zero experience. And another person who called him out for this was the guy that he referred to as Malteser Head, whose actual name is Leon Wills. Leon Wills was KSI's coach before this guy was, and he's also got a lot of experience in different forms of combat. So he doesn't respect the guy that doesn't want to fight real fighters.
You're a pro boxer, 12-0. Go back over there. It's calling that Kenny's and that bro. Like, come on, man, you're an idiot.
This guy's a
bro. This is ideal promotion. Like,
This is his idea of promotion.
Dry,
yeah.
man. This guy's so dry, man. Toast no butter.
Punching in the wall.
Toast
like
no
a kid.
butter,
I'm gonna
that's
say
crazy.
this right now,
What does that even
explicitly.
mean?
I don't think Idris Virgo should be allowed, or Hassim Ratman, or any of these men should be allowed to compete on Misfits.
He's trying to say he's the influencer. Influence who?
He never
Where?
influenced me.
Influence what?
Influence.
Influencer Ross. Where does he influence? He don't influence no social media, no YouTube scene. He don't have no influential power on the street.
That's crazy.
Hey, Idris Virgo's gonna call you out, Leon.
Brother, he could never. He could never. I'll make him piss blood.
Anyway.
Now this caused a whole back and forth between the two on Twitter, and it made the other guy make the video calling him Maltese ahead and saying that he wants to fight him.
Maltese ahead, Leon Wills. Let's get this fight on.
Now a few months later, this video has not aged too well because Maltese ahead's pulled up on him and he's not kept the same energy.
6 months later.
No, you don't, look, I said, me and you can just go around the corner, that's it, calm.
I said I get paid for it, so I get paid for it, exactly.
Sweating. I checked your temperature, you're cold, you're lukewarm right now. You're lukewarm.
It's gonna go out.
We can allow that, we can go outside. Quick one. You don't get paid though. When's the last time you fought? I don't want to dish your pay. I don't want to dish your paycheck. Of course I can. I made that monthly. What do you mean I can't dish it? I make it monthly. What are you talking about?
Listen, I don't want to.
Let's just go up the road quickly, man. Let's go up the road quickly, man. I'll show you what London's about. Okay.
Pulled out, innit? They should just pulled out.
That's it. Don't mention my name. That's it, man. Leave it like that, man. I checked your temperature. You're lukewarm. Sorry. I don't like to be like this in front of females, but you know when certain people want to talk to the sharks, you know. Listen, man. Let's go around there, man. Look at you. You need another paycheck. Look at you.
Yo, he really got hoed like that.
Cringe as it is entertaining, but both men have been chatting shit about each other, and only one looked like he was ready for war, and that was Maltese ahead. The other guy was way more confident on Twitter and behind the screen. And even after this happened, he went back behind the screen and he started talking shit again.
The next day.
Maltese head Leon Wells decided to approach me at KSI's press conference like a roadman, like he was about that live. What is this old ass man approaching me on about? So Leon, hear me out. You're telling me you want to show me what London's about. You're telling me that you want to fight me for free outside on the road. I'm not a roadman, bro. I'm a professional boxer. I'm an athlete.
I mean, he says he's a pro boxer, but he wrote in his
I thought you was an
bio that he's a
influencer.
public figure, TV celebrity, and a host. And he also makes TikTok videos reacting to reality TV shows.
Babe, hold the speed for me, please. I didn't know that was going to happen.
What the fuck are you doing?
I guess he just chooses an occupation whenever it suits him, and it's not the first time he's talked shit online and not backed it up in person. He did the same with bare knuckle fighter Mike Perry. He called him out on social media, but did nothing when he saw him.
Or in the future if you want to fight, but then it's going to be more dangerous. What you mean? It's going to be more dangerous, then I'll have a camp, then I'll fight, then I'll freaking be more prepared.
I mean, if you want me to fight for free, just fight me.
Did you fight for free?
That's what it is. To fight you,
No, but I'm saying you
they're making me fight you for free. I'm already getting paid to be here.
So you're ready
if
to
you want me to fight you for free,
you're
fight
saying you're
me.
ready for free. So you're saying you're ready to fight for free, but you don't want to fight in there when you're getting paid. How does that make any sense?
Because they want me to fight you for
How
free.
does that make any sense?
They're not going to pay me to fight you. So if you want to fight me, then fight
You're not
me.
going to fight me now.
Let's get paid for it. Get paid for it.
You're not going to fight me now because you already said you might step in for Logan anyway, so why are you just freaking harping yourself? You're going to fight me for now?
Yeah,
You're not gonna
fight
do
me.
that? You're not going to do that, so why are you freaking fighting?
Sure.
So, I don't care. We're side of the fight. You're going to hype me up.
Dude is.
Yeah.
Because you come over here hyping up.
I'm going to allow you.
What the fuck are you saying? I understand that he's been out of his way to try to come over here and ask for that fight. So I asked him to fight me. It's like, hey, you want to fight me? Then we can do do something about it. Yes, oh my God, let's go. Fucking let's go. That's what I said. I said let's go. He didn't do shit about it. Him, he's a pussy. He wanted to talk shit to me on social media, but he didn't want to cuss me out or try to push me or punch me or do nothing in my face.
Anyone who knows Mike Perry knows that he loves a scrap and he'd destroy this Muppet. And the Muppet knows it, because he only gets cocky when there's security there.
This is our president, he's a superstar, and he's not a superstar. No one knows who you are. No one knows who you are.
He's bigger than you. Who the fuck are you, bro? No one knows who the fuck you are, you fucking clown.
The only reason people know you are because of freaking Logan Paul.
No, because I knocked out 2 people in UK. I knocked out 2. I'm famous, ain't undefeated over here. You ain't shit.
You're scared.
In your own country, you ain't shit. They know me more. You a little pussy ass bitch. Fuck you.
You know you're pussy.
Fuck you. You ain't do shit twice. You been in my face. I told you to do something.
You
do something. You ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Please don't hold me back, more like please hold me back. And fellas, I don't encourage it, but if you ever get in a fight, then never do this dumb cringe shit and take your shirt off right in front of your opponent. It's the easiest way to get knocked.
Bro, homie could have knocked your shit when you were taking your shirt off. Oh, the level of respect he gave you for not bashing your shit when you took your shirt off. That's crazy. Dumbass.
That's gonna escalate shit.
We are in it.
Look, I'm gonna talk in a second. See, I'm outside with it, man. Listen to me, chat. Listen. I'm car rap. It's a Tesla, so it's more expensive to rap. I didn't even say, yo, you better pay for my shit. I know one of your homeboys probably did it. It wasn't like that. It has imperfect. It was not like that. I didn't even say nothing. I think I sent a text in a group chat and was like, damn. I didn't even say no shit, bro. Niggas always trying to look for an easy target. I'm saying I'm done being that, bro. So if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. I'm not tripping regardless, man. Y'all bless. I'm gonna get my snack. See where the night takes us.
Hold on.
Hold on.
You can hear me? Yo, what am I dead? You mad pussy, bro. You ran from me. You mad pussy. You ran. Nigga, stop moving like that. Y'all didn't do shit. Nigga, y'all didn't do shit till we left. What? You ran. I ran by the balls. You ran. You ran. I ran by the balls. You ran. It's like the look. It's like the look. Oh, my mama, boy. I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you until we got done. By myself, by my dog. I didn't see y'all.
And TikTok have all the revisions. Fuck all that.
He asked the question.
We can explain it to him. Send him a TikTok.
I wasn't. What I'm trying to say is, you said why we were. Wait up! Stop interrupting me. We said I was a bitch ass nigga. You missed it. So look, that was a good one. I almost missed that.
Yeah.
So look, in his garden. Let your help. He's cooked.
I'm not cooked. I've done my finish. Unfortunately.
But is that not what you think? Bro. So that's the point I'm making. Every time I have a mukbang, it's Waleed, Chris, or Duke will come up. And the only time I don't invite a nigga to eat when I eat, the only time is when it's a simple meal, like we're fucking firehouse. You can call it what you want. That's propaganda. That's what it was. Tell me how it feels with it. Tell me how. Tell me how it feels with it. Tell me how, man. You just keep saying it, but with no explanation. Explain that to me. Please explain it to me. Please. I need an explanation. Please explain it to me. A nigga pretend like I'm stingy with eats is fucking insane because.
Yo, bro, what's up?
Peaceful shit. Pull up outside. Okay, check. Give me a sec.
the time.
I'm blowing our ass down too, gang. I'm blowing our ass down.
Yo, just chill. No, not the MJ poster, please, bro.
Damn.
Yo.
On God, it's gonna be him that NAP.
Yo,
Uh-oh.
Okay, wait, car, get in the car. Yes, go. I'll call Masvidal. Just get in the car. I'm sorry.
All right, people, I just got to show you one of the funniest things I've ever seen. This is going to be a short video, but goddamn. I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware of the YouTuber slash streamer slash content creator slash genius. Okay, maybe genius was pushing it, but we're talking about Neon. Neon is known for making groundbreaking content such as this. This dude done gave himself a fucking panic attack for content. God damn. Yeah, you witnessed that. That
Didn't
was
this
Neon
chat tell him to do that
riding
or
around
some
with this driver
shit?
known as Squeeze, going 130 miles per hour, weaving through traffic
That's
for
crazy.
content. Mwah! The gems of kick.com. Just beautiful content. Totally not degenerate. That's the last thing they are. Now, Neon is known for being out of pocket. He's not the most respectful kid on the block. Almost seems like anything he thinks of, he'll just blurt out loud.
I'm just gonna say, you might have the fattest ass I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even trolling.
There's not much of a filter system that he uses before he
That's
speaks.
wild.
He has no filter, especially after last night. I mean, holy shit. I saw this video on my Twitter feed, and I was in disbelief when I read the title. Streamer Neon just tried to troll Nate Diaz and folded immediately. Now, for
Wait. Nate Diaz is in, ain't he a fighter? Yeah, ain't he the dude that told somebody straight to his face that he
Diaz is probably the last person Neon should have picked to troll. The dude's a professional fighter and has been known to get into street fights randomly. In summary, he's a crash out. He's a hothead. He doesn't give a shit. Anybody who watches fighting knows this, and I don't think Neon understood this before he went and did what he did. Yeah, this is how it went down. Neon went up to the stand to ask Nate Diaz a question, and the first question was respectful. It was about who was like Nate Diaz's biggest inspirations. But after Nate answered the first question, Neon decided to ask this.
When you do get knocked out, are you gonna retire?
Get ready, chat.
When you do get knocked
That's
out,
wild,
are you
son.
gonna retire?
Who said that? So I know who you are. Or that little bitch boy, you fucking little pussy. Fuck.
If you do. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be watching. I'm excited to see both sides, but
It's funny how Neon changed it to if you do, because he immediately knew he f***ed up.
I'm gonna kick you in your fucking leg, motherfucker. He said when you get knocked out. Hey, P.S. Fuck you.
I have a lot of respect for everyone, man. It's just I want to see a great fight.
You.
If I'm being honest, chat, this is very satisfying to watch.
He said when you get knocked out, right? Yeah, fuck that. It's little shit kids like this little bitch talking in this motherfucker that is like changing the times. Need your little ass whooped. I got little girls over here that'll fuck you up.
Okay, so clearly, as you can see, Neon embarrassed himself, which was kind of expected, especially since he was telling his chat about the question he was going to ask Nate Diaz before he went and did it. I guess his chat was egging him on to ask this disrespectful question too, so it's not really even fully on Neon, it's on his chat too. And can I just state the obvious here? Neon, if you're watching this video, your chat does not give a shit about you. They do not care if a bad thing happens to you. They will laugh. That's probably why they egged you on to ask this disrespectful question.
The question I'm gonna be asking chat that I decided is is I'm gonna ask him that. I'm gonna say, I'll have the microphone in my hand. I'm gonna be like, when you get knocked out, are you gonna retire? That's my question, chat.
And really, the question isn't like that bad. It's not like he was like disrespecting Nate Diaz's family or some crazy shit, right? It was just a dumbass question. And I don't think Neon was aware that Nate Diaz is a hothead with a short temper who will not dodge the smoke if you're being disrespectful to him. I mean,
that's like going up and asking Mike. Look, like, this is what he seems like, and he kind of reminds me of like if you go up and ask Mike a question
when he asked these
dumb question like that.
Especially since after this all went down, Neon decided to leave, and as he was leaving, Nate Diaz and his crew were chasing Neon down.
Okay, wait, car, get in the car. Yes, go. I'll call Masvidal. Just get in the car. I'm sorry.
Yeah, clearly Nate wasn't happy about it. You could see him trying to juke out Neon's security. Now, was this a justified reaction by Nate Diaz? Not really. I mean, I'm more of a peacekeeper, if you know what I'm saying. I like to keep the peace and break the fights. I have no enemies. But the thing is, it doesn't matter if it's a justified reaction by Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is known for being wild and uncontrollable. I mean, the dude's a professional fighter. Come on. But with that being said, Neon was also way out of line too, obviously. I'm not going to leave that out. And if I'm being real, this is satisfying to watch, bro. It's like karma. Instant karma, as a matter of fact. I mean, shit, you know what Mike Tyson said? He said, social media made y'all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face.
Hell yes.
I don't fully agree with this.
I agree with
Maybe
that
a slap is
1000%.
better. I mean, listen, that's just my peacemaker side coming out. But Mike Tyson was definitely cooking when he wrote this.
Copyrighted music. Copyrighted music. Copyrighted music. Copyrighted music. You know I gotta mute that copyrighted music.
I think the series of events serves as a lesson for any internet dwellers who don't understand that disrespect isn't that tolerated in the real world compared to the online world. I mean, you might be able to disrespect people online and then get away with it scot-free, but that's not always the case for real life scenarios. And in this case, it resulted in getting chased down by an MMA fighter. Now, after Neon got to safety and things started to calm down, I think regret started to kick in.
Bro, Leon, I ran into a dead end, bro. None of the doors were opening. I was about to smash the door.
I know. You couldn't smash a door. You don't run into a parking garage when shit is happening.
I feel bad for this bodyguard, bro. Being Neon's bodyguard must be like raising a child.
You listened to what I told you. That is why I sat next to you and told you. That is why I told you when we were walking. That is why when you sat down and asked me to show you what's going to happen if you do it, that's why I showed you exactly what was going to happen. And it happened exactly like I told you.
I don't think Neon gives a shit about what his bodyguard's trying to tell him right now. I think he's just looking
He's
at
looking
the
at
chat
chat.
to see how many reactions he got from what just happened.
You have to listen.
Hell, scream. Did you retards not see them all running at me full speed? Are you dumb?
Yep. Figured that was the case. As per usual, he doesn't give a shit about what anybody's telling him. He only cares about his chat.
Stop. Never mind. I'm done. I don't need to talk anymore about it. Y'all do. I'm sitting here telling you, and you want to talk to the chat. Talk to the chat.
Oh my god. Why did I do that?
Finally, regret kicks in.
Why the f did I do that? Why did I do that, bro?
Everybody told you it was okay, except me.
I think Neon's content appeals to terminally online kids who have brain rot and get tricked into thinking that the stuff that he's doing is badass.
Whoa, what the hell?
Well, if it isn't our young outlaw. You've taken up stealing, I'm told. Can't say I'm surprised about that, but I am surprised that you'd offer yourself up to be arrested.
Sorry to disappoint, but you're the one who's going to answer for their crimes
Hated by
today.
everyone, starting with Twitch's biggest streamer, Queso, whose visibly overweight figure makes him the target of many jokes.
Yo, ban the guy that just said he's summoning food. I'm not summoning food. Who just said steak, Charmer?
But it's exactly these big reactions that make viewers gravitate to Queso, with his large persona even earning him a video from YouTube's parody channel.
My monitor just fell through the floor watching this guy? Okay, buddy, banned!
However, unlike other streamers who get offended by such videos,
he's at my bedroom door.
Would I be
scared of Moist Criticals?
Queso instead laughs along.
Look at the size of me compared to the tanks and to the helicopter. This is unbelievable.
This ability to make fun of himself has earned him the reputation of a real, down-to-earth fellow and the best streamer right now. But while Queso's body pushed him in the right direction, the same can't be said about Amaranth. Despite becoming a famous streamer due to her unique content, it would be the same content that would make her hated by everyone. On October 15th, 2022, Amaranth would accuse her husband of forcing her to do said explicit streams by controlling her finances and threatening her pet dogs and horses. A few days later, she would announce separating from him, celebrating her freedom.
I don't have to wear cleavage I can wear clothes.
However, Amaranth's content would remain the same.
It looks cute, that looks great. Beauty is pain, pain is beauty. I like it.
This would quickly make a lot of people angry, which she tried to address in a tweet. It's always been about having personal agency. Unsurprisingly, her directly contradicting the previous statement made fans wonder if everything was just a stunt for public sympathy and attention. Oh, so he wasn't forcing her to dress sexually, he was forcing her to stay dressed, period. In contrast, the internet has only ever had good things to say about Kai Cenat, Twitch's #1 US streamer. Kai Cenat is widely loved for being genuine, humble, and relatable. On May 24th, 2024, Kai would go live on Twitch with Kevin Hart, greeting him with a special gift. But Kevin didn't let the joke slide.
You got one of those weird little bodies. Like you got the little legs, and then you got like the long torso. Like you're like just on your back. Like you can what the. Yeah, like that.
This back and forth highlighted Kai's ability to connect with just about anyone and was so entertaining, Kai's followers would instantly demand more. Hearing his fans loud and clear, Kai brought Kevin back for another stream just 3 weeks later, where Kevin surprised him with a hilarious gift featuring Tyla's response to Kai asking her out.
I had this page right here. We gotta hang this up.
Oh, no.
But true to his easygoing nature, Kai didn't take offense, laughing and dancing with Kevin until the latter went to sleep. The stream was a great example of how, despite having sleepovers with celebrities, Kai never lets fame get to his head. Instead, he humanizes them, earning comments like, "The way they be arguing, it's giving youngest, middle, and oldest sibling." However, where Kai just hosted the greatest live stream of all time, Nadia nearly committed a crime on hers. Famous as the perfect example of a woman who peaked early in life and has been on a constant downfall, it didn't take long for the self-proclaimed best female Warzone player to become infamous for cheating. However, worse than the
she was
actual
cheating
was her response to being called out.
So I just want to say, Daddy Slayer, I know you used your name as Daddy Slayer, and you said enjoy using cheats, but what you don't know is that when you send me money on PayPal, it actually gives me your full name. So Charlie.
And while Twitch did ban Nadia and she apologized, it was clear she didn't believe she was in the wrong.
I want to point out that all I did was say his first and last name.
Her actions even made Activision blacklist her from Call of Duty tournaments, leading
Damn.
to a new era of degeneracy with IRL streaming. But while Nadia is hated for using aimbot, many believe Shroud is better than even cheaters. Apart from being talented at every single shooter game out there, Shroud is also quite entertaining. In 2018, his streaming career would take off, his inhuman aim quickly attracting attention.
Shroud just killed me. That was the luckiest shot of my career, I think.
By March 10th, 2019, Shroud would reach 100,000 Twitch subscribers, the highest out of everyone on the platform.
Hands up! Everybody hands up!
What made him truly stand out was how easygoing he was. Although Shroud is genuinely charismatic and funny, there was no online persona or over-the-top commentary. This, combined with his laid-back authenticity, would get him fans among not just viewers, but also fellow streamers.
Yeah, he glided, he glitched.
Oh, shit!
He glitched, glide off the rock, man. That's okay.
However, while Shroud is known for being an authentically good person, Dr. Disrespect's authentic side would make the entire internet turn on him. On December 15th, 2017, Dr. Disrespect would reveal something disturbing on stream.
As you guys know, I have a beautiful family and a wife and kid.
I apologize for dueling in the middle of town.
I want to be transparent that I've been unfaithful.
This should have been the first red flag, as only 3 years later, Dr. Disrespect would be permanently banned from Twitch. At first, nobody could figure out why. With the streamer claiming he'd done nothing wrong, there was nothing but speculation, and silence followed. This piece would, however, end on June 22nd, 2024, when a former Twitch employee revealed that the streamer was banned for texting minors. Dr. Disrespect would confirm the accusations just 3 days later in his own tweet, disclosing that he'd engaged in Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017, which leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate. The admission got him a lot of hate.
An adult communicating inappropriately with a minor is bad. Full stop. It's inexcusable. No matter how you spin it, that is a horrible thing.
But the truth was much worse. 2 days after Dr. Disrespect's tweet, a trans S worker came forward to confirm that the streamer was indeed cheating on his wife with her and another woman, all on top of texting with the minor. After all these allegations, Dr. Disrespect has been immediately fired from his company, and as far as more consequences, only time will tell. But where Dr. Disrespect is hated for his terrible decisions, Jinxie is loved for never forgetting that his online persona is just that, a persona. From 2021 to 2024, Jinxie would rise to become one of the most subbed Twitch streamers, and it's not hard to see why, given the perfect, over-the-top persona he portrays. Take, for example, his March 2024 Rainbow Six Siege stream, when he would win thrice in a row against the FPS king, Shroud.
Shroud. You loaded up Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, and you went right to the final boss.
Despite the wins, Jinxie would acknowledge the advantage he got due to his familiarity with Rainbow Six Siege.
I'm just more aware. That's it, bro. It doesn't matter if he has better aim, if I'm pre-firing him in the nostrils. It doesn't matter, bro.
And as expected, the 1v1 got him lots of love. Watching Jinxie's slow descent into madness was great. Good stuff, El Presidente. But while Jinxie's over-the-top behavior earned him lots of love, Jikishi would soon be one of the most hated streamers after his behavior came to light. On October 26th, 2021, Twitter user Ren would post a tweet about her experience with the streamer Jikishi, detailing how he groomed her as a 13-year-old. Although their conversation started innocently, by the time she was 14, an 18-year-old Jikishi would change their dynamic into something far more sinister, with texts like, "Yeah, you haven't even sent nudes yet. You can't die." He would then continue pressuring Ren until she eventually caved. When I was 14 and 15, Demetrius and I exchanged explicit pictures. He was 19 and 20. This success led him to start pushing for a meetup. Luckily, the meetup never happened, and Ren's post triggered a chain reaction, encouraging 40 similar victims to come forward in the following days. Now exposed as a file, Jikishi would delete his Twitch account and unfortunately not face any consequences for his actions. However, while 2021 was the worst year for Jikishi, it would be the best one for Ludwig. On March 14th, 2021, Ludwig would forever solidify his status as a most beloved streamer when he announced a subathon without an ending date.
The way the subathon works is that subs add 20 seconds for every sub. Tier 2, 40 seconds. Tier 3, 100 seconds.
Viewers immediately showed their love and pushed his timer to over 18 hours by the first night. But while getting subs was the intent behind the stream, soon the streamer was getting so much support, it would actually become a problem.
Am I happy? I'm kind of scared.
The stream showed no sign of coming to an end.
If it goes for a month, at the pace that it's at, then I will beat the record for the most subs of all time on Twitch.
Which is exactly what happened, as after 31 days,
we broke the record. This is us.
The subathon proved just how loved he was, getting more than 280,000 subscribers by the end of it, and being praised for his dedication and impressive consistency. But while Ludwig streams are all for entertainment, it's hard to say the same thing about Fusi's anymore. So much so that the internet's opinion of him can be summed up as, FusiTube is the living example of you'd rather die a hero than see yourself become the villain. On August 6th, 2023, the already controversial streamer would become
expert. I've personally encountered thousands of species, and in this video, my team has put together a list of the most viral animal videos on TikTok for me to react to and maybe even break down some of the behavior on display. Let's jump right in. All right, first video here, keeping in mind I have no idea what any of these videos are. I lied. I do know this video because I actually filmed this while I was in the Pantanal. So really, really cool. What you're seeing here is a jaguar that has grabbed a caiman out of the water, and this is the only place in the world where these animals will actually do this, and drag it up the riverbank to feast on it. Now, when you look closely at the video, something that a lot of people don't realize is this animal was not killed by this jaguar in this video. In fact, it may have been killed either by a poacher, and that's why it's missing its tail, which is where the majority of the meat is, or it could have been killed and died of natural causes, and part of the animal has been eaten away, referring to the caiman. So this is really interesting because in the Pantanal, in this very specific region, it's the only place in the world that you can take a boat and go down the river and reliably and actively see jaguar predation. You can see these amazing jungle cats coming down and stalking crocodilians, capybaras, all kinds of things to eat here because there's been so much ecotourism in this area for so long that these animals have become habituated and aren't scared of boats like they used to be. This was a 1 in a million sighting though, and it was so exciting to see. I was squealing like a little girl. I was trying to take photographs with my good camera, but at the end of the day, I dropped that and grabbed my wife's iPhone and shot this video, and it totally blew up. All right, this one says new fear unlocked and has a hippo charging a boat. Now, to be clear, this hippo is actually mock charging. Oh, until the end. So you see the boat driver there. This is actually a really good bit of animal behavior. So as you watch the video here, what you see is the hippo comes in, it's posturing, it's puffing up its chest, it's opening its mouth, it's exposing its teeth, it's going, don't invade my habitat. And the reason being, and this is an important note if you're ever on a canoe safari in southern Africa, the reason being, the driver of this boat has positioned his boat between where the hippo feels safe, which is the deep water where it can be fully submerged, and the hippo being out of water. This hippo is not being territorial. It's not trying to attack out of aggression. It's because it's scared and it's nervous. And the way that it feels comfortable is by submerging in deep enough water. But the boat is in the deep water and the hippo is coming from the shallow. So it feels no choice but to attack and threaten the boat in order for the boat to move, for it to get into the deep water. Now, the problem is the boat driver does not decide to move the boat at rapid enough speed for the hippo to make the decision that it can now feel safe by submerging, so it feels as though it has to attack. And what you see is as the boat pulls away, the hippo turns and starts chasing the boat in the whitewater, in the wake of the boat, to attack it, because now it feels as though the boat is actually trying to combat the hippo for territory or space or being aggressive. Versus if the boat had just zipped by, or better yet, had just been out in deeper water, the hippo would have run into the deep water, fully submerged itself, and you wouldn't have got this aggressive behavior. So that's all about just understanding wildlife behavior. All right, rhino versus elephant. This is like OG battle royale. So you have an African elephant here, and then you have a white rhino next to her baby, southern white rhino next to her baby, defending, there's a white rhino, right? Yes, it is. Defending her territory here. And really, she just feels threatened by the young elephant here. And so they're just having a little go of it. And so you see how the baby gets behind mom. Mom is standing up for her baby. She doesn't actually want to take on the elephant. She knows she's outmatched in size, strength, and weight, but she's just giving her baby the opportunity to escape and not get trampled by the elephant. They're likely competing for the resource of water. If you look around, everything's dry and there's just this small seasonal pan. So it's, these kind of interactions likely happen on a daily basis. These people were just lucky enough to actually see it and capture it on film. All right, next up here, we have a lemon shark. All right, so as I watch the video here, he looks like he's smiling. He's got his mouth open. Trying to see if this one has a jaw injury. No, I don't think so. I think he's just being kind of a doofus and swimming with his mouth open. But don't let that smiley demeanor fool you. Well, obviously, I never want to villainize any sharks. Lemon sharks are one of those ones that you look at them, you're like, oh, they're big, but they're chill. There's tons of them you can hop in. That scar right there and one on my foot are both from lemon sharks. I've been bitten twice by sharks, and both times 100% my fault, not the shark. It's from complacency around lemon sharks, because the second you drop your guard, the second you stop paying attention to what's going on, you have an accident. And you kind of see it happening in this video, right? This lemon shark's incredibly calm, cruising up, the fins are down, everything's fine. But if you didn't stop it, and put their hand out in front of its nose and rub its ampullae of Lorenzini like the diver is doing in this video, that lemon shark potentially would have kept swimming, bumped into your body part, and gone, what is that? Is that a bit of fish I smell on your wetsuit? I'm gonna find out. And it's like bump, bite, straight away. And it's not because it's trying to attack you, it's not trying to kill you, it's trying to do an investigative bite to see whether or not you're food. And I can tell you, those investigative bites suck. So, very cute, very good snoodle boop on that lemon shark, but you gotta do it, otherwise you end up with some pretty bad stitches. This appears to be filmed in an aquarium? Yes, certainly an aquarium. And the aquarium, the aquarist in the video here is filter feeding a whale shark. So you see the whale shark is opening and closing his mouth, so he's filtering the water in this aquarium. And the aquarist on scuba has a squirt bottle of zooplankton, which is what whale sharks eat, and they're squirting it. But because this is in an aquarium, the whale shark is habituated. It's used to being fed this way. So you see it sort of following his keeper, opening and closing his mouth to push water over those gills, which act as a seine to take in those tiny little zooplankton microorganisms, which are incredible that they can fuel literally the largest fish in the world. Okay, you've got a big, beautiful male lion having a drink from a seasonal pan. Oh, African helmeted terrapin. So, fearless. Ooh, stinky. This one just must smell that. Stinky. These guys are absolutely fearless. One of the reasons they're one of my absolute favorite turtles, and he's pooping on my desk. Can you guys grab me a paper towel? He's pooping on my desk while I'm doing a video here. But these guys are so cool. Now, this one's been hand-raised, so he doesn't have that cheekiness that the one in this video does. But these are native to Southern Africa. Oh, he's peeing all over me. He's not enjoying his cameo to this video. Peeing all over me, musking. It's that terrible, terrible smell that we're smelling here. But these guys are absolutely ruthless. They'll literally take on a giant lion because they so want to eat and defend their territory. This is just a baby, but they get as big as that one chasing the lion around. Oh, Tommy, take my stinky turtle back. Put him in the, thanks buddy, put him back in the tank. Whew. Video says, how different animals see the world. So first one up, we have cats. I've always wanted to do a TV show like this where you look through animal vision. So we're looking at night here. Humans see very black. Cats have more cones and rods, so they're able to see much better at night. It's a well-known thing. Pigeon vision is kind of interesting. It's sort of this fisheye warped zoom-in vision. So like a lot of birds, they sort of live in a telephoto lens world where they can zoom in. And that's why you can be sitting in a cafe and drop a crumb of bread from your delightful sandwich, and a pigeon will swoop in from the 35th floor of a skyscraper because they live in this sort of telephoto zoom-in world, and they see that crumb come off of your bread loaf or whatever you're eating and swoop down to gobble it up. So flies, this is kind of interesting. A lot of people don't know this, but flies have a very broad panoramic vision. This shows it in a pinkish hue. Maybe they do. I didn't know about that. But there's so many other cool animal visions too. And one day I'll do a show looking through the eyes of animals. But you have snakes that are pit vipers that see in heat vision. You have animals that see in infrared. You have dogs that see in a variation of black and white. I mean, the way different creatures see is absolutely amazing. Oh man, on the Wild Times podcast, which is my podcast, we played that audio, and I couldn't figure out for the life of me what it was, but it's the crazy sound that these shoebill storks make. Yep. So these storks, listen to the sound, listen. That's an animal. He's gonna do it again here, listen. It sounds like a machine gun. It's absolutely crazy. These are one of the coolest storks in the world. I'd love to see them. They're from Central Africa. They're predatory storks, which is why they have that giant, thick bill for grabbing and crushing things in the swamplands. And they make that insane call to communicate with each other.
I wouldn't want to hear that.
Such a cool bird. When I finally make it to the Congo, it's high up on my list of things to see, that's for sure. All right, this just says Daredevil, and there's a male mallard floating down a creek. It's not really a creek because it's rushing, and he is going for it here. And that's it. For some reason, that gets a gazillion views, and it's literally just a mallard duck in a fast-moving body of water. The internet's such a weird place, but hey, if we didn't have it, you wouldn't get to see funny videos of ducks in a creek, so there we go. All right, next up, we have another orca. Look, I've already raved about orca intelligence. This orca is literally meeting a human baby, and you can see it through the glass of the aquarium. This orca is trying to get closer to the baby. It's trying to investigate it. It's looking at it. It's eyeballing it. It's likely using its sonar to grasp that this is a small mammalian creature. It's doing these loving sort of head nod things, going up, seeing if it can come over, if it can spy hop like we talked about in that other video, to look over and see the baby. I mean, it just shows the intelligence of these animals, why they don't belong in captivity like this. All right, so here we have another hippo. This one is clearly hand-raised in a zoo. I've done this myself, where you feed them watermelons and it shows their bite force. They crush through the watermelon like you're eating some grape. They love it. They are herbivorous. A lot of people think hippos, because of the big teeth or whatever, might be carnivorous, eat fish, whatever. They don't. They only eat grasses, fruits, and vegetables. And because of that, oftentimes people think they're cute. There's movies like Fantasia's. Hippo are gnarly. They are territorial, they're aggressive, they're very nervous creatures, which has them have this erratic and aggressive behavior. I personally have been flipped out of a canoe by a hippo. I'm very lucky that nothing worse happened. Hippos are crazy. Don't underestimate the hippo. Speaking of, in our next video, we have another hippo here. This is a sub-adult, not a baby, not an adult, and he's going up to greet a giraffe, and they're just rubbing noses at the zoo, and it's utterly adorable. And I think this is a situation where two hand-raised Hey everyone, it's Forrest Galante here from Animal Planet's Extinct or Alive. I'm a wildlife biologist, and you're watching The Breakdown. First up, Ace Ventura.
Check this out. Look at that. That's a true albino pigeon. Some rich guy lost it. He's offering a $25,000 reward.
So I'm going to pause it right there. It's pretty funny just off the start. If you're somebody who lives in a city anywhere, you know that there's nothing that uncommon about seeing a white pigeon. You know, you see them every day. So just the fact that in this clip, Ace Ventura is looking for a rare albino pigeon that's worth 25 grand is absolutely hilarious. So it's a good start. There. It's just so much fun. You know, the whole idea that Ace Ventura can wiggle the keys and all of the animals in his house that, you know, he's rescued or he lives among will all go and hide into various spots. It's ridiculous. It's not how it works. It's not how animals work. It doesn't matter if you're the best trained creatures in the world. Maybe you could get the odd dog to do it. But to get, you know, this cacophony of creatures that all live in this tiny one-bedroom apartment to all go and hide, it's absurd, it's hilarious, it's not realistic at all, and it's a ton of fun. As Ace Ventura blows the whistle, the first thing you see is the beagle coming running out, the dog. There's a toucan in the frame. There's a whole bunch of South American parrots, which is hilarious. Of course, these are common, you know, birds in the pet trade, but you certainly wouldn't want to have that many of them living in a small apartment. Now, my favorite part of the opening of this scene is the otter coming out of the toilet. That's an Asian small-clawed otter. They're absolutely hilarious, super inquisitive. Of everything and how unrealistic these clips are, the most realistic part of this is probably an Asian small-clawed otter hiding and playing in a toilet. Because they're just so mischievous, they're so playful, they're so much fun. They would absolutely hide in a toilet and pop out like that. I love that clip. It's super cute. Now, this is a trained animal, and each one of these animals that you're seeing are indeed trained animals. So it's amazing that they're capable of doing this on command for the camera, but it doesn't mean that they all did it, you know, in simultaneity when the whistle was blown. It doesn't work that way. You can be sure that when they were setting this up, they probably spent a day getting the skunk to pop out of the laundry, and another day getting all the birds to fly in, and another day getting the Asian small-clawed otter to pop out of the toilet. So it's beautifully done. It's really clever filmmaking, but it's not the way that animals work. The notion that this many creatures of this diverse of species could all live in a single one-bedroom apartment is pretty ridiculous. That being said, animals are incredible and they're adaptive and they're very, very trainable and they're very understanding. Like, could you have otters and parrots and puppies and skunks all living together? Absolutely. There's no big predators in that group, so they
Insider Spider, and I'm setting out to complete 2,000 mentor roulettes in Final Fantasy XIV. This is a queue that includes almost every piece of content in the entire game, where veteran players are grouped with noobs to help guide them. There's no telling what buttons get turned off after the first phase. What's most important is that I cast a lot of esanas off after the... I remember how to... What's the worst that could happen? So late as it is, might as well jump right in and get moving. What's the worst that could happen? Tax evasion? Oh, I don't really remember how to do this. I think I just need to esana, right? Alright, so my heals get turned off after the first phase. What's most important is that I cast a lot of esanas. I don't think we want to be in front of that. Oh, I guess it don't matter where you stand. Get in range. Oh, God. Crap. I mean, I was kind of stun locked there. Like, what really could I have done? Okay. Quest failed. Okay, that kind of sucked. Might as well do it again. Oh, yeah, let's keep DLTs off our guy. Ow. Oh, God. Listen, guys, I've never played Monster Hunter before. I don't know what this crap is. What's he doing? I don't like the look of it. Oh, don't look at me. This would be a lot better if I had expedience, I'll tell you that much. Well, our tank's getting bullied. Yeah, pretty sure the meta for this fight is 1 healer, 3 tanks, because tanks just eat that damage and they don't care. And then you really just need the healer to be an Esuna bot. Now we're going into phase 2 soon. Pretty soon my heals will be useless. Okay, that sucked. That was the part where, I shouldn't have used chain strat there. When he's in the air like this, we basically just need to, knock him down. Oh my God, I'm stunned. It's good to be liberal with the potions. Don't leave. Okay. Don't leave. Oh my God, why is it always me? Oh, kill him, damage. All the damage. Alright, I think my healing goes to 10%. Yeah, something like that. Hypothetically, Mitt still works, though. So I got Illumination and Sacred Soil. I don't know if the stack marker is actually a stack, honestly. It seems like we're just, like, soloing it. Yeah, being informed that stacking is not necessary. I haven't done this fight in literally years. Oh, my God. Can I get res in here? I think I can, right?
Here she comes!
Kill him. Kill him till he's dead. If I'd respawn sooner, this wouldn't have been a problem. Push. Come on. Oh my God, I'm stunned. This is like the worst way to start the night, but at least I feel like I'm learning something here. I mean, to be fair, like, you know, on all the extreme trials, this is the one you won. It's not really even an extreme. It's extreme in name only. Auto attacks help knock him down. I don't know, but I'm doing it.